Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain. I'm continuing my playthrough Taro, a fluffy visual novel, the demo. Now, we'd just gone through the intro and the setup of Taro's basic mind in the last episode, so now it's kind of him arriving at the school. A ray of sunshine strikes his snout, leading him to look up at the roof of the school. Once inside, he overtakes the crowd of cats going in, goes up to the stairs to the upper floor. Once he reaches the corridor leading to his class, he begins to walk more calmly and less concerned. Keep calm, don't sweat. If you move slowly, they won't even know you're there. Oh, that hurts. I have to sit down urgently. Damn it, there's a lot of cats already. Hope the class isn't already full. While walking, Taro notices a group of cats standing in a circle. By the way they're mumbling, they seem to be looking at something in particular. Did you see what happened? Wouldn't it be better to call a teacher? Shh, are you crazy? Don't make yourself be heard. What a bad situation. What's going on? No. Now's not the time to think about these things. Taro moves quickly and overtakes the group of cats in the middle of the hallway. Here's the class. Looking at his classroom, he notices with great pressure that no one has arrived yet. That's going to make you stand out more, buddy, if you're the first one to arrive. While wasting his time, he runs to his seat assigned to him. In the end, it turned out okay. No one had arrived yet. After taking a brief breath and regularizing his heartbeat to control his excessive sweating, his stomach pains get easier to endure, so he's basically got a nervous stomach. I just have to hold on for the next few hours. Hey you! Exclaims an unknown voice coming from behind. Taro immediately puts himself on alert, looking around worried. Who spoke? He whispers worriedly when he sees the class empty. Me, behind you. The unknown voice speaks again. Taro turns around to have a look over his shoulder at the seat behind him, but no one's there. Huh? He whispers again, trying to calm down, despite feeling observed. Don't ignore me. Here the voice was heard again, but before she could finish the sentence, ding! The bell rings and all the pupils enter the classroom and sit down on their proper desks. Was it my classmate who just called me now? The bell had now rung and I can't turn around anymore. What should I do? A warmth of embarrassment pervades his body when he thinks there's no solution to this problem. Better pretend that was nothing. Maybe she didn't even call me. It's going to be a struggle to calm down before my tummy ache comes back. Taking a deep, silent breath, Taro attempts to calm down, starting to observe his classmates sitting at the desks. The class is really large. I don't remember all these fellows. Well, not that it matters, I just won't get noticed. Once the teacher comes in, all the cats get well composed and ready for class. Teacher, good morning everyone, I hope you had a great winter holiday. Take out your volume 2 of Feline History and open it on page 4. It's like... He doesn't know half his class, and he doesn't seem to even know the teacher's name, which is a bit daft. Also, the cat at the back behind him's got glowing red eyes, like angry. About wasting time, all the cats pull out their books, including Taro. Leafing through the index of the books, he begins to read the arguments. They all seem interesting and simple topics. Seems for this year will not be a problem to go through history. Well, that's one less problem. One problem less, sorry. Taro thinks going to page 4 was as quiet. Soon after, something hits his ear. Carrying his paw to his head and scratching it without making a noise, he heard nothing, but as soon as he looks at the bench, he sees an eraser. How did this end up here? Does it mean I've been walking around this day with an eraser in my ear? Looking around, he notices his companions are following the lesson normally. Seems no one noticed. Thinks to himself, sighing. However, I keep feeling watched. What could I have done to gain attention? Maybe I'm worrying too much. Taro shakes his head and pays attention. At that point, he overhears some of his classmates whispering. Did you see what happened in the hallway? Yes, it seems this year you will not be able to rest. Even on the first day of school, they stood out. Lower your voice. Do you want someone to hear you? Enough with the buzz! Go and make noise under someone else's window, but not here. During class, you will pay attention. Screams the teacher, slamming his paw on the chair, making all the students shut up at once. Wow, the teacher is very strict. You made my tummy ache again. Taro tries to relieve his pain by thinking about the words of his classmates. What were they talking about? He thinks a little confused. He continues to follow the lesson. But more importantly, what does one eat in the canteen? The lesson passes extraordinarily quickly. The creature talks so fluidly it almost turns into a dull background noise. In no time at all, the morning bell rings. Ding! All the pupils in the class go out into the corridors and to the school canteen. As soon as they were all turned around, Taro gets up too. At the sound of his bell, all the cats in the classroom must head to the canteen for lunch break that lasts exactly an hour. After that, they have to go back to their respective classrooms to finish afternoon classes. Well, so you're stuck in the canteen for the entire hour. No wonder he's a fat chonk. Like it matters to someone who knew the school schedule. Hey! The unknown voice exclaims again. Again. He thought of turning around to see who it was. The cat crowd, however, did not allow him to look very far. The students who passed close did not seem interested in him. Believing he'd managed it, Taro turns again to begin walking towards the canteen. I'm creating unnecessary paranoia for myself. Nobody's calling me. He walks straight to the canteen to eat. Taking a bowl, he rests it on the track near the counter and stands in line with the others. Raising his head slightly, he sees the fish cake served in the kitchen. My God, I didn't think they'd served this from day one. Thank goodness I came today. He starts to count the remaining slices. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 slices and 4 cats ahead of me. Perfect. Even if each of them would take the fish cake, I'd still have a slice. And here I thought today was going to be a bad day. Just as Taro's eyeing the delight, a cat passes him, slipping into the row as nothing had happened. What? Jump in the line? Keeping his eyes on the food counter, he contemplates how to deal with the situation. What am I going to do? Face him? Maybe there's still a slice of fish cake left. No need to start an argument. How curious. Taro can't look other cats in the face. Seems a direct confrontation with a fellow cat he does not know is one of his worst nightmares. Yeah, social anxiety. Was that necessary to say? Of course, it's my duty to tell and explain the small details of the protagonist of this story. But do you really need to mention every detail? And how do you hear my thoughts? I know everything. I kind of like the breaking the fourth wall. It's done amusingly. The line is moving forward. He thinks the soft cat and brings his attention back to the fish cake. The line kept flowing and the school cook in the canteen continues to serve the students. Here's the fish cake. You two took the fish cake? Okay, here it is. Fish is everyone's today's favourite. Alright. He's not going to get any fish cake, is he? There's only one slice left. And it's the turn of the cat cutting the line from him. Taro panics and reaches its highest level. Really? What do you want? He asks the cat ahead of Taro. The moment he sees the cat ahead of him looking at the last slice of fish cake, Taro summons the courage to say something in a very low voice. Sorry. The cat in front stops at once as if to pay attention. I don't really want to disturb you, but you worked past me just now and Before he even completes the sentence, the Taro recognises the particular fur, or lack of the cat in front of him. He freezes at that very thought. He recognises the snout of the cat, who is now turned to look him straight in the eye. The shadow in front of him quickly takes colour, and a shiver runs through Taro's body. Frozen in his spot, Taro stares into the piercing gaze of his former friend. Joe, he whispers. See, you're here again this year, he says in a contemptuous tone as he continues to stare at him. Personality reserved, quiet, not very friendly. Weakness, very low self-confidence. Hobbies, watching TV shows. It's obviously joined the gang of bullies because he didn't want to be bullied himself. 7% body fat, uncooked chicken. I know Taro already mentioned him, but I'd still have to do this. This is Joe, Taro's former friend. He's a reserved cat that likes to be alone and not get noticed. He almost always looks like a cat who's totally impassive, as if almost he feels no emotion except when he crosses paths with Taro, who seems the only one who makes him really angry. Taro, however, has no idea why. Guys, you're holding the line. Tell me what you want. Casting another long glance at Taro, Joe turns again. I'd like... Before deciding, he looks at Taro again to check what dish he was staring at. Once he understands, he points to the last slice of fish cake with a smile. I want that. Why does he hate me? Sure, here you are. When the school cook hands over the fish pie to Joe, he picks up the bowl with slightly gazing down at it before looking up and down to Taro. Right after Joe takes a step forward, only to trip over, throwing the ball onto Taro's uniform. Oh, that's a dick move. Oops, it fell. Don't worry, we'll clean that up right way. Can I serve you something else? I'll get a fish burger with sesame bread, thank you. Okay. Preparing the second bowl of food, the cook passes it to him again. Once he takes the bowl, Joe turns back to Taro, who comes into his air, saying, "You got a little stain on your shirt." Then he leaves. Damn it, my uniform is dirty. Well, what do you have? The school cook's a complete cow. She just saw that and did nothing. If that was my school cook, you wouldn't have gotten a lunch for that. Taro then looks down, trying to ignore a buzz of giggles behind him. I don't want anything. He whispers and walks out the line. After laying the empty bowl in its place, Taro heads to the bathroom. After several attempts to wash away the stain with water, Taro pauses to check the result. Nothing cleared away, it just made it worse. He thinks, half broken. He looks at the stain spreading over his uniform. Wonder why I had to act like that. Suddenly he hears the sound of the bathroom door opening. We better get out of here before break ends. Standing on his paws, he presses his drain button. Taro notices the cleaner is passing by to clean the bathrooms. They exchange glances while remaining silent for a second. Cleaner, what are you doing here out of your classroom? It's the freaking lunch break. They're allowed to go to the bathroom. What? Bell rang about 4 minutes ago. But it didn't make a sound. Taro answers, pointing at the small bell in the lavatory. That's been broken since last year. What? He's screwed, poor little guy, says the cleaner, putting the batteries back in the What? So the cleaner purposely took the batteries out to mess with kids? That's a dick move. Okay, 6 minutes later, has to come up with an excuse. Went to the bathroom to lost track of time. That's lame. Receive a important phone call I could not ignore. Oh, the teacher's bullying him now as well? Did you have a fight with her lunch by any chance? What? Background laugh rises throughout the class. Can't get into class so late in a dirty uniform. What happened? So Taro thinks about what happened at the canteen. His eyes meet Joe's. He dropped the bowl on me in the canteen. I've been trying to clean it in the lavatory. Should have just said another student bumped into me and dropped their food on me. Understand. I'll turn the blind eye this once, but I have to be more careful. Okay, sorry for being late. Go and sit down. Taro approaches his seat. Feels like all eyes are turned towards him. He sits down in his chair. Well, let's go on. Open your books. It's on page 10. Rest of the afternoon passes in a rather quiet way. The day flew by fast after what happened. And Taro couldn't wait to get home. Well, considering like even the staff are joining in on the bullying, it's I don't blame him not wanting to come to this school. The sound of the bell. He stands up and with the others and to get out as soon as possible. I just want to go home and sleep now. Hey you, the latecomer, wait. Hearing that voice again, he suspects it's someone who just wants to mock him. ignores it completely and goes on his way. The whole way Taro can only... Whoa! Why is it suddenly speeding through? That's a bit of a problem. I think he just wants to go home though. I didn't quite catch most of that. You might have to pause the video for that one. Okay, Taro enters the house quietly, letting out a loud sigh. I just want to sleep now. Do your homework first, damn it. Quietly, Taro tries to sneak past the kitchen, but his mother spots him. Oh, hello Taro, how was today? Marvellous. What happened to your uniform? Oh right, I dropped a bowl of food on it today. I'm sorry Mum, I know you just watched it. Having finished speaking, Taro just keep on walking, noticing his son's the mother tries to leave the stain issue alone. Don't worry, leave everything in the bathroom, I'll take care of it. Thank you, Mom. Taro answers while heading to his room. What do you want to eat for dinner? I'm not very hungry, I think I'll go to bed. What about eating? Are you okay? Yes, I'm just a little tired. I'll leave some dinner for you if you change your mind. Okay, thank you. After leaving his dirty clothes near the washing machine in the bathroom, Taro puts his pajamas on and lies down for a while. Was this really just the first day? Alright, we finally have our first choice. I'm going to surf the internet. Okay. Take a quick look at Catbook and relax and go to bed. Scrolls down to his profile. When was the last time I even checked my Catbook? Scrolling through his profile, Taro seems to see embarrassing photos of the past and many pages he follows dedicated to food. I should delete some of this stuff. His gaze falls on the friends section. Click. The screen opens, he sees all the photos from his friends list. Looks for Joe's profile. Is he still on my friends list? With a click he opens Joe's profile. Scrolling quickly, he notes that his profile is now content free but full of friends. He deleted all of his past photos of him. He only has his profile. Thought he just wanted to reorganize his page once he moved in, but is it possible he's really mad at me? Looked at me today like I'd wronged him. He closes Joe's profile, and he goes back to his profile and scrolls through the old photographs. There are pictures of him and Joe as young kittens playing at school. Maybe I should leave that part of my life behind and accept cats change. Without even thinking, he moves the cursor on the delete option of all the photos of him as Joe and kittens. Taro dwells on the message that just opened up on his monitor. You sure you want to delete this album? Now, I'm sure if you want to redeem Joe, you keep the photos and you don't want, you know, you'd go, alright, you're my friend, I don't care. But to be honest, the guy's been such a dick that I'm tempted to delete them. I'm going to keep them because I think that's a good ending solution for redemption. But real life, I'll probably be deleting these things. After thinking it through, Taro decides to move the cursor and not delete the album. No, I have no reason to do this. Keeping these photos and deleting them won't change anything at all. Moreover, I also have good memories here. He says, looking at the old photos of him and Joe hugging as they smile as his grandmother makes some dinner. Clickety click. They're getting a little lost in his memories. Taro looks up at Joe's friends list to look at the cats in his class. Still got the same classmates as last year, and no one has moved. She didn't move. She's so pretty. Maybe I should send her a friend's request. Shiver of shame overwhelms him when he thinks about the bad figure he made in class. So he's got a crush in class. Who am I kidding? He rolls forward towards bed and makes himself comfortable. I'm afraid this year won't be much different from the last one. She hasn't noticed me until now, and it certainly won't in the future. Oof, especially not after the impression I made today. He says in a low and dejected tone. Still getting into the pillow, he tries to relax. Taro makes himself comfortable and forget what happened, so he can fall into a quiet sleep. And as day 2 begins, we're ending this episode.